Bitcoin's alive, what you gon' do? Mempool fees are high. Ordinal. Where does it stop? Nobody knows. It's a revolution, ayy. Bitcoin is the one, no substitution, ayy. With Shizzy and your Gobi, it's Ordinal revolution.
Welcome back to Ordinal Revolution. My name is Shizzy. On this channel, we cover the entire Bitcoin Ordinal ecosystem. And when I say entire, I mean BRC420s. Today, guys, we have something special today. So last night, in the middle of the night, French Montana and their team, they actually inscribed a music ordinal into Bitcoin. French Montana is now one of the first A-list artists, platinum artists, to inscribe a song into Bitcoin. If you go to ord.io, it is up there. You can listen to the entire song. So not only did they do that, not only did they inscribe into Bitcoin, they're going to give you guys a chance to own the song yourselves on BRC420. So it is actually about to go live any minute. It is deployed, but we are waiting for confirmations. Guys, we are minutes away from this going live on BRC420, and everyone is pumped. Everyone in the Chinese community is trying to get on this. Everybody. It is going to be amazing, and we can't wait to crash BRC420.io. No. We hope it doesn't happen, but these type of situations it does. But without further ado, let me bring in my partner, as always, Mr. Yagubi. What's up, buddy?
What's up? Good morning. Man,
it's amazing morning.
yeah, for sure. And more than anything, I think people have to realize like how much of a pivotal moment in just crypto, obviously Bitcoin first and foremost, but like blockchain history this is, right? Because like you're actually having a list mainstream artist inscribing an entire, like, first of all, hidden song, which makes it even more awesome, on Bitcoin's blockchain, right? And so again, the French and his team has proven us and everybody else, this is something about building. This is the focus, is about being innovators, being first to do stuff here. And I commend them to do that and make that leap, because, it's kind of taking a little bit of a risk, because like they are the first to do it. I don't think it's a risk, because we know how awesome Ordinals and Bitcoin is, but it's definitely no one else is doing it. So they made that first plunge into the Bitcoin wonderful land of Ordinals. I'm excited about it.
And they chose us, right? So that's the best part, is they chose to be here. Like nothing was forced on them. They've realized that inscribing in the Bitcoin is different than putting your thing on AWS, right? They can do it really, really cheaply on Ethereum. They can do more music ordinals almost free, but they chose to inscribe it in Bitcoin forever because they realize how immutable it is, uncensorable, absolutely amazing. And the song actually hits, guys. I actually want to. I think we can play it, right? Because it's not.
Let's play it, dude. Let's play it, man. I love the song. See if you can share that.
You guys. So this is where it's going to be minting, guys. It's not up here yet, but I keep checking just to make sure. You want to hit latest? It's live.
It's up.
We are live.
There it is. Yes, sir.
It is live. I'm going to mint a few of these guys right here.
A few of these guys. There you go. Hopefully gas doesn't
and
get
guys,
too nuts.
jack up your don't be cheap with this, guys. Don't be cheap with it. If you're going to do it.
You don't want to get front ran or be stuck in the block and all that stuff. But history in the making, guys. This is history in the making. So, there was a music box. There he is. There was a music box ordinal that launched, actually broke BRC420 back in the day. And this is kind of a similar process, except for this is A-lister. And you can play a song. Do you have the music set up?
That's actually right here. Can you hear it?
Yes, sir. Let's go.
Shit, Snake, just straight cook the motherfucker.
Turn it down just a little bit, because it's a little loud.
Turn down for what?
There you go.
My face. Money bags ain't from my eyes. You don't know how much I make.
Hey.
Another 15 on the cake. Money bags ain't from my eyes. You don't know how much I make. I bet she curious. She bad curious.
What's in your bag, Yaga?
I bet she curious.
Curious.
I bet she is. She bad curious.
She bad curious.
Add me up. Shorty soak up all the pain. She wanna see all them foreigns outside. She wanna upgrade from that range. Fuck with the stripper from Blue Flame. Fuck around, hop out with 2 flames. Trap on the road, she got 2 names. Ran up an M, now her mood changed. She like the shot, I like the splurge. Drinking that wop, vision is blurred. Spinning the block, she got some nerve. Saturday Turks, Sunday in church. Crazy ass bitch, get on my nerve. Keep coming back, I never learn. Shorty's a gift, shorty's a curse. She try to trick me, suck out a bird. I can feel my face. Money bags ain't from my eyes. You don't know how much I make. Spend like a dub on them titties. Another 15 on the cake. Money bags ain't from my eyes. She don't know how much I make. I bet she curious. I bet she curious. She bad curious. She bad curious. I bet she curious. I bet she curious. She bad curious. I bet she curious. She don't know how much I make.
The song's so dope. It's perfect for Ordinals. It's like, cause no one knows what's in your bag, man. No one knows. It's decentralized. It's off the chain. I mean, no, it's on the chain, but it's off the chain. No one knows what you got, and that is absolutely amazing. I mean, obviously you can do forensics and you can find out what people are holding, but you know, she ain't gonna find out what's in your bag, bro.
Yeah, no, 100%. Like the song is perfect, like theme for Ordinals and stuff like that. But you know, the quality of that song is like just top notch, dude. And the fact that you can play it right then and there. And guys, really, you know, when we first started interviewing Jeff about BRC420, by the way, for the audience that doesn't know, Jeff, the founder of Merlin Chain, also him and his team built BRC420.io. One of the main use cases of BRC420 was to be able to license out your art, your music, your stuff, right? So this comes into play perfectly, right? This is not something that was on French's original like Mac and Cheese 2. He wanted to possibly put it on there, but it's like, you know, I want to hold this maybe for the future. And then it just came in a perfect opportunity to say, hey, let's just kind of put it as a hidden song on Bitcoin. And now he's licensing these out. So if you own these, BRC420s, and you have, let's say you have like a store at the mall, hip hop, urban clothing store or something, you can play this in the background without worrying about anything because it's licensed to you now. You know what I'm saying? Is what the idea is. So, pretty awesome, man. I think that's where the innovation comes from and stuff like that. So,
yeah, man. Just putting it out on Twitter and everything for everyone to kind of make sure you guys, you know, at least take a look at the song and everything, and it's very exciting. You gotta remember too is like they did a good job with this. It's like the same number as the Blue Wand, the same price as the minerals. I think they're not here to kind of like steal from anybody. They're really trying to do the right thing here, and obviously, you know, this song was super expensive to get inscribed on chain, and you know, potentially there's probably going to be a lot more songs coming, man, from all different types of artists from everywhere, and this is just the first of many, and we're so lucky to be here right now. Like, what a time to be alive right now when we're inscribing music into the greatest cloud system that has ever been, you know, even thought of. Right? Decentralized, unmutable. Once this is on there, you will never be able to take this song down. It doesn't matter who says, hey, you got to take that song down. It's not possible. You can't.
Yeah.
You can't do it. It'll be there forever. You can type in that inscription number in or.io. It will be there forever.
100%. And like I said, you know, the music box was something that was an experiment. The song is about NFTs, that one. Yeah. And it blew up. It crashed the site, you know, and that one is valued at $1,484. And that wasn't even by a mainstream artist. But like you said, you know, I think this kicks off a new revolution, no pun intended, of like artists realizing, and for the small guys, dude, like if French can do this, like, and he's a big mainstream guy, like if you have good music, you know, you can inscribe like a teaser of what you can provide, right? Just do like a 2-minute clip like this. Now, obviously that did cost a lot, but if you use certain strategies, like, you know, you use recursion, chop it up into multiple pieces, it can be much more affordable. And, you know, I think it could be very, good for like marketing, for different purposes, right? But this is one of the use cases, and we're now seeing it by a mainstream artist. So I love it, man. I love it. This is the technology side of it, right? That like you see, okay,
Yeah.
it's happening. So
Yeah, man. And the best part about this too is like people are gonna from the outside looking in, let's just say this does really well. You gotta remember guys like we said it before, guys like Ben Stiller. They're coming to Ordinals, right? I'm just kidding. But like to my point though, like to people like that are gonna be like, oh, you know what? That's another way to brand it. My movie's coming out. Why not we take the trailer and inscribe it into Bitcoin? Right. And you're gonna see more and more things like that because if this does well, which I really think it does, you're gonna see a lot more things coming behind it. And French is just like what he does best, man. He innovates and collaborates, and he's doing it again. He's collaborating with the Ordinal community, and he's innovating by being one of the first platinum artists that are dropping a song on Bitcoin.
yeah. Yeah, this is the collectible. So the collectible part of my heart is like starting to be like, okay, like owning a piece of history.
Yeah.
One of these is like I can't even get to the page anymore. Can you refresh
Yeah,
that and see if
I'm
it's
fine.
work?
Yeah.
Try refreshing it once.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
so
working
it's,
fine for me.
there. Yeah, I feel like it's kind of, I don't know, maybe it's my local server or something that from my internet company, but yeah, I'm not able to get to it.
Yeah, man.
But anyways, yeah, man, it's exciting stuff. So, I mean, what do you think? Do you think like this is like, because he runs in different circles, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, like some big circles there. We know the people that are featured on a lot of his songs. You got Drake, you got Lil Wayne, you got all these things. So like NFT
Yeah.
NYC, this should be like a talk around there, discussion. I imagine there's gonna be like Yahoo News that picks this up. We did hear like the Chinese media is picking this up. A lot of
Yep.
the Chinese media is picking this up. So maybe like Chinese and like Eastern major musical artists too are like, hey, maybe we should
Yeah.
just do this for like a feature or something. So
Definitely. Yeah, I definitely agree. I think that, I think that's one thing about Bitcoin that is not like anything else. This is worldwide. And, it doesn't stop here in the US. It doesn't stop in China. It can go all the way to, you can get Singaporean artists. You can get, Korean artists. You can get, German artists. It could really, really spread out to being something worldwide. And the borders are down, guys. Like we're making this country borderless using Bitcoin. And,
100%.
their visible lines can just go away because there's nothing separating us anymore from just being humans, from being people on this earth. Their invisible lines can kind of like, for lack of a better word, suck it, right? So, but like screw their invisible lines. Now with Bitcoin, everything's borderless, and you're gonna see more and more of this type of stuff.
Yeah, for sure. And you mentioned Korea, dude. They have a huge music industry over there with K-pop.
Yep.
Me being half Korean, I know that. I don't have a ton of K-pop posters in my room or anything, but it is like it's huge. And so maybe they'll also kind of catch on to this as well. And then like you said, other industries, trailers. Imagine trailers
Yep.
to like lower budget movies or something,
Yeah.
So man.
But that's the thing too, is like that trailer will be inscribed in Bitcoin forever, right? Like there's no, as long as you have an indexer and Bitcoin's running, always be able to go back and see that, and then
Yeah.
with places like or.io, you can go back and see the comments created by people with wallets, right? So it's very cool. Yeah, man, we got a lot of good people in here right now too. A quick roll call. We got Green Man, we got Sonic. We got Ant-Man. Who else we got in here? And we know it's an impromptu live. We didn't really tell anyone we were going live. Just kind of hopped in. But we're still doing 275 people in here right now, which is absolutely amazing. We got my man 9.bitmap. 9, man, always supporting us.
Yes,
We got
sir.
David. Then we got Crypto Hot News. DJ Clitty always supporting us. David again. Yeah, man. And we got Steve Verse. Steve always in here. And we got ERVVC. What's up, buddy? But yeah, man.
Yes.
Ugh.
So Steve Verse had a question. It says French Montana in contact with Bitmap Tech for Merlin Seal. So more to come on that. We'll just leave it at that. More to come on that. But yeah, just that's a
Yeah.
good question. I'll leave it at that. That's a good question.
Yeah. And it's definitely a possibility. You know, we are really good friends with Jeff. You know, so we definitely you know, we're not going to use that friendship at all in that way, but you know, it's you know, we talk a lot. So we're definitely going to be you know, talking about it for sure.
Yeah. And guys, remember this is phase 2 of the phase 3, or like total phase 3s, which phase 3 is gonna blow y'all's mind too. So I mean, it's a really good rollout plan in my opinion. So he says the link says the collection's not found.
The collection is working fine for me.
Yeah, me too.
Copy that right there.
So you got to go to, if you're trying to find it directly from the homepage, you go to BRC420 and then you click on tokens and then click on the latest tab there, and then you'll see it. It's the latest one up there. So.
Yep.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, yeah. Yeah. So I mean, you know, other than music, like what's the next like area that you could see this being utilized for, like something where you can license out?
Yeah, I think like a DocuSign type of thing would be pretty big in Ordinals. That, you know, something like that type of thing. I don't know if I answered your question correctly, but like, you know what I mean, like forever inscribed, like a contract that's forever inscribed in the Bitcoin type of thing. You know,
Yeah.
I think that's going to have a lot of use cases eventually. But to answer your question, oh man, it's hard to say.
Video
Music,
games,
videos.
like I feel like the assets for video games, like if there is going to be this Web3 environment, and this could actually hold true for other blockchains that just want to store like their high value assets on Bitcoin and then bridge over to their chain or something, right? So yeah, I think we got to put that out. So like if you look here if you go to tokens and latest, make sure that you are doing the one with the mac and cheese ordinal music ordinal cover. Yeah, because
Somebody put out a fake one already.
Well, no, they're just saying watch out for the Super FM because that's not it. So there's no PFP there. There's no go to latest. He's saying watch out for the yeah. It's this top one, guys. It's pretty easy to detect right there. So,
yeah.
But, yep. But anyways, back to what I was saying. Yeah. So, you know, video game assets that are like the higher valued ones, people might want to store those on. And that's why I think Merlin Chain has a really good shot at being that Arbitrum, you know, the gaming chain, right? Because like if there's a lot of Web3 games that end up developing on Merlin Chain, then a lot of them are going to want to store their assets on Bitcoin and then bridge, you know, like how they bridge these other BTC layer 1 assets over, and then you can use them, you know, while you're playing the game or something like that. So there's a lot like BRC420 has a lot of use cases, in my opinion, to be able to license out and actually make like this business model.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, man. We want to get into next here. Did you ever check out the Magic Eden collection at all?
Yeah, let's do that. Actually,
PFPs. I can just show my screen. I have it here. Let's go to the 6 hour.
Yeah, it's right there, right in the middle, right there. Go to 6 hours, number 7.
There you go.
Yeah. So the volume has been really good actually for the mac and cheese 5K PFP. You know, it has been kind of fluctuating in terms of floor price, but remember this was a free mint, right? And for the most part, I feel like it went really smooth. There's a couple of things Shizzy and I talked about that, you know, learning experiences that will probably change for the next one, but that we advise on at least. But you know, I feel like the art was really good. People like the ones that they got, but a lot of people are really, you know, trying to take that profit. I get it. You know, they paid $15. If they can get like $200, $300 for it, they're taking it.
It's a 10x.
Yeah, it's a 10x from there. Oh. But yeah, what how do you feel about the launch?
I think the launch was great. Shout out the Ordibots team. I think they did a great job. You know, not many complaints. There was some, but there wasn't like a lot. Everyone really got their stuff. You've seen some rare sats and stuff, and that was because of their of their things they have there, because you could choose like black sats and stuff like that, and which is awesome. And yeah, I think it went great. I think this is like a collection. You guys have to remember too. Puppets were like puppets fell down to almost, they got beat bad. I saw puppets around $250 and I didn't grab them, and I'm not making that same mistake again. And that's just kind of how I feel about this collection too. I think it's really cool. It has a big name behind it, and yeah, we'll see what happens. Yeah, again, there's nothing on this as financial advice. This is just coming from the collector part of things, and but yeah, if you got like collections and stuff like that, then these are probably something that you might be interested in. I mean, you're buying music with this one, right? So this is just about buying music. So
Yeah,
almost 9% already, which is doing really well. Got some confirmed, which is awesome.
Yeah, and also this is also an unreleased song. I think that's a big part of it, right? It's like you can't find this on Spotify for the Mac and Cheese album, right? And so this was like the hit. That's why it's titled The Hidden Song at the top.
Yeah.
So yep. Exciting times, man. It's just I feel like it's definitely exciting whenever the envelope is pushed, and you can see like if you go to Ord.io's Twitter, this was like a big. It's the third largest inscription ever, right?
Yeah.
So this is the third largest inscription ever, and was fit into one block. So that's also exciting for sure.
Let me show that over here. Shout out Leonidas, and those guys, man. They're always on point with their tweets. They tweeted about it as soon as it dropped, and it was like in the middle of the night. So I mean, that was pretty cool. So he posted it. A platinum artist just dropped their new song, not on Spotify, not on Apple Music, but on Bitcoin. Yep. So there it goes. Bitcoin is now a streaming service thanks to Ordinals. Welcome to the 4 Mega Club, French Montana. Absolutely amazing. Man, dude, breaking. French Montana just dropped the newest song, Bad Curious, by inscribing it on the Bitcoin, guys. Insane. I'm going to read that again. French Montana just dropped his newest song, Bad Curious, by inscribing it into Bitcoin. A year and a half ago, that statement would have been Spanish, right? It's just insane. No one would have even knew what the hell you're talking about. But Bitcoin's a pet rock. You can't inscribe into Bitcoin. Well,
there's no there's no use case for it. Yeah, exactly, dude. Like now, and this is where we are right now in innovation, right? Imagine where we're gonna be with, how hard the envelope's pushed in this space a year from now, right? And that's why this is awesome for like the large artist, right? Like because it's innovative in its history, but really the smaller artists, this is what I think is going to be a really big deal, because I think Ord.io and explorers like that are going to be heavily used in the next 5 years, right? Because people are going to be, it's different over here, in my opinion, than like the NFT side. There's not really NFT explorers out there, that people are just on constantly like searching. With Ord.io, you're going to be able to search content, guys. You know what I mean? Now, there definitely has to be innovation with technology. As we know, Bitcoin is limited and stuff. Like it did, cost quite a bit to be able to inscribe this entire, hidden song, 2 minutes and 8 seconds. But with stuff like Unicross, which is like teaming up with Merlin to be able to do layer 2 from layer 2 and inscribe stuff on layer 1 with, innovation of just the builders and developers that are working on like in the Ordinals atmosphere and environment on Bitcoin, being able to develop more efficient ways of doing things, and recursion, different versions of recursion, delegation, all these different things. I feel like, a year, 2 years down the road, dude, Bitcoin could be that crazy cloud that you've always talked about that people are heavily utilizing. I know the maxis are like throwing tomatoes at their screens if they're watching this, but you got to accept, when innovation happens, because you're not going to be able to stop it. You don't want to be the horse and buggy guy, right? That's still trying to charge horse and buggy rides for actual transportation whenever people were taking taxis and stuff, or like, an actual motorized vehicles back in those times, right?
Yeah.
So,
yeah. To your point, I've been saying it for the longest time. I truly believe that Bitcoin is no longer just a blockchain. I think that it is a competitor to AWS, is a competitor to Google Cloud. and I think it's the ultimate competitor because it can't be beat. And eventually, the market cap of Bitcoin is going to surpass the market cap of Google and Amazon, and it's gonna go past it pretty quickly, and it's really gonna fly up there, and it's going to be something special because let's just say like if you put something up there that some people in the government might not like, there's nothing they can do about it. Once that 10-minute block passed, and you guys seen it just like with this, it's on Bitcoin forever. There's nothing you can do about it as long as you have the right indexers that aren't blocking it in the right websites that are unmutable as well. I mean, they can keep taking the websites down, but new ones can just keep popping up because all it is an explorer that's just showing you what is on there, and it's super special, super special.
Yeah, 100%. Because like you'll have the stamps maxis, which guys, I actually do love your persistence and consistency for pushing stamps, SRC20s and all that stuff. But they'll come back and say, well, stamps is really the only true unprunable asset class on Bitcoin's blockchain. But I don't believe that to be true because they're not thinking logically, right? They're basically saying if every single node decides together to say, okay, no more ordinals or whatever, but that's not going to happen because miners don't want that to happen, right? Because of the volume of if one single node is allowing or for ordinals to be able to be shown, that counts. But it'll never get down that low because miners love ordinals. They love ordinals because they know what's coming up. They know that their reward's going to get cut in half. They know the sustainability of fee earning, even if that means that they're going to have to push their machines or buy more machines and stuff, is going to be through this on-chain economy, right? On Bitcoin. Then ordinals will always, in my opinion, be the front runner.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you. Let's kind of jump through a market update. We got 405 people in here. If you guys can please smash that like for us on Twitter and YouTube. If you're on YouTube and you're like, I don't see that, it's because we have a lot of people on Twitter as well because we are simulcasting on both right now, which is it's stupid not to. If you have a YouTube channel and you're not putting it onto Twitter as well, you're stopping a huge audience from watching your content. But we did have this comment right here. And this is something that we do a lot. ORNJ getting major mass attention. You guys pinged it on the radar way early. That's something we do. we see things early. We bring them to you guys. This is something we were very bullish on, and we are still very bullish on. And ORNJ, we're actually going to have them on the show on Monday. So if you're a fan of what they're building, we're going to actually dig into it a little deeper. And these guys are awesome, man. We talked to them in private chats about coming on the show, and they're willing to come on. We got them for Monday, and I think it's early Monday, so that'll be recording. We'll definitely have that out. So check out ORNJ. But so let's jump on to a quick Magic Eden update. I like to be on the 7-day. This is kind of my favorite chart. We got the No Monkeys sitting at. Let me actually show my screen. We got the No Monkeys sitting at 0.544 at 195 Bitcoin in volume, followed by the puppets, man. The puppets are strong, sitting in that 2 spot, sitting at 0.18, but 114 Bitcoin in volume. I did not know the puppets were going to be this strong, especially seeing them down at 0.0025. Maybe one of my biggest regrets this cycle was not picking up like 10 puppets.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't think very many people knew about that. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like the only thing that we knew was it looks very much like the Opium original collection. And so it automatically is like, this is a derivative, which I believe it is. But we didn't know like how much firepower they were bringing from like the ETH community, right? And that's really what did it for the puppets, in my opinion, was like these ETH guys that came over together and said, hey, let's pump this, let's get this going. And they really did. And it almost kind of was like a lesser version of the Node Monkeys, in my opinion, in terms of that strong pump.
Yeah, they did a great job. The community is like one of the strongest in Bitcoin, and definitely appreciate what they're doing for the ecosystem, especially a lot with most of them being ETH and then coming over to Bitcoin, and now our Bitcoiners and ordinal maxis, which is amazing. And then we have R6 protocol. This is mining runes. This was the first rune miner, sitting at 0.072. Then we have the Quantum Cat sitting at 0.29, about 54 Bitcoin in total volume. In that 5th spot, we got the Nat Cats down a lot from their all-time high here, about 60% low, sitting at 53.25. What's up? What's going on with the Natcats? Why does it feel like oversaturated?
Because it is, but I think it's something that a lot of people could see, or a decent amount of people see that was going to come. But there are some diamonds in the rough. I would, if you will. But it's just there's so much that like you have to sift through, right? So I think right now what the block runners are trying to do is kind of help their community sift through that and kind of get through the more stronger projects. I mean, when you have the possibilities of being able to mint or like deploy tokens or this non-arbitrary art based off of any of these like data points, then it can get crazy, and I think that's what happened. Right. So, but again, hey guys, like everybody pulled back. You look at the node monkeys, node monkeys were at 0.8, 0.81, 0.82. Now they're at 0.544. Quantum Cats probably were the least pullback because they were at 0.36, I think, or 3. Oh, they were at 0.4. Okay. So that's a decent pullback. And then, so there's a lot of 50 to like 30% pullback in the ordinal space, this is not new. This happens after there's like a big pump. Right. So basically they're setting new floors is what I'm seeing. And then waiting for like the next kind of liquidity to flow back into it. I don't know. That's what I'm seeing.
Yeah, we'll see. And we got the Ordinal Maxi Biz sitting at 0.1.11. Their Orange Eyes launch is tomorrow. And we're hearing rumors that you're not allowed to sell the Orange Eyes. And if you do, you'll be excluded from a lot of the future airdrops and stuff like that if you sell within a certain amount of time frame. So I think a lot of people are gonna hold them, but I do see these green eyes and stuff like that really dropping after tomorrow. I'm actually hoping they do, so I always wanted one. I'm not gonna be eligible to get an Orange Eyes, but I would love for these to fall back down to like 0.4, 0.5. That would be absolutely amazing for me, not for the project, but yeah, I think that's gonna happen. Do you see the same thing happening?
Yeah, I kind of regret like not grabbing one at 0.3 whenever it dropped that first time, but it was always kind of like I mentioned before, it was a little bit out of reach. But now it's kind of a lot out of reach, but it is pulling back. It is pulling back 1.11. We'll see if it can get down to 0.5. But like you said, because they basically said if you do sell the Orange Eyes, then you're going to be excluded for, was it future airdrop or something?
Yeah, it's future. I'm not sure the word they used, but it was like for future things. Yeah.
Yeah. So then, like you said, people might just go ahead and sell the blue eyes or whatever, just because that's what they'll be able to sell. So
yeah, man. I mean, the Node Apes really taking a hit here, staying at 0.0038, followed by our good friend Quarry. He dropped the project Apostles of Creed, sitting at 0.011. If you don't know who Quarry is, he's the head of Magiset with all the rare sats. That's why these sats on these are absolutely amazing. And shout out to Quarry and shout out to this collection. Huge fans of the Apostles of Creed. Then we have in the 9th spot, we have Nothing Cubes sitting at 0.0029. This was an airdrop as well. McCann, this is something new to me. Have you seen this?
I have seen it. I saw it. It's kind of like this manga, so it's like Japanimation type of manga, like Japanese comic book style. It was actually kind of rocking and rolling, man. Like the volume on it yesterday was like doing very, very well. So I was a little surprised because I don't see that style getting that much love in this space. So kudos to those guys for really pushing that.
100%. Then we got bitmaps sitting at 0.0034. I remember back in the day we used to always check the well, not attributes. What was it? It was the
categories.
Categories. That's what it was. Yep. And we used to always give I used to say if you wanted a 1-digit bitmap, remember that? You're be paying about 0.75. If you wanted let's get rid of this. Okay, that's a 2-digit bitmap, 0.75. What was the 1-digit bitmap? Or is that just unachievable? No, 330.
Oh, wow, man. What number is that? Number 3?
Number 3.
Yeah, that's unattainable.
Wow, how much money is that?
A lot.
That's
a lot of money.
But if you wanted a 2-digit bitmap, you'd be paying around 0.75. If you wanted a 3-digit bitmap, you'll be paying around 0.079. If you wanted a 4-digit bitmap, you'll be paying around 0.00888. And if you wanted a 5-digit bitmap, you'll be paying around 0.036, which isn't far from floor. This is actually probably a good deal because the floor is it's right there. But yeah, man. Jumping back to Magic Eden here. Bitcoin frogs in that 12th spot, sitting at 0.121. The frogs are down pretty bad from where they sat. It was crazy, man. The frogs and No Monkeys were in this battle for so long, and No Monkeys just really took it over, and the frogs really had really low volume.
Yeah, man, that is definitely making me scratch my head about the frogs. Just the fact that like they're down to what 0.121, man. But like right when you think the frogs are gonna, you just lose conviction in them, they like turn around. So I know I'm not gonna floor my frogs. I'll tell you that. I got one like with the goat jersey, the MJ jersey, and I got it cheap actually. And
floor.
Well, I would say like probably like 3 or 4 off of the bottom of the floor. So definitely was a win for me. And they are like the iconic Bitcoin ordinal, piece, right? So they will have their time. I'll just say that they'll have their moment where they surge back up and stuff.
Jump back to the mac and cheese collection and see how those guys are doing. Up at 11% right now. 207.85. There's probably a fill of the mempool right now. So, but yeah, yes, man. You want to do a BRC 20 update?
Not really, but I will.
You don't want to talk about Django?
Yago, Geico. All right, let me see here. Yeah, let's see. Okay, let's see. Yep, right there. The without fail. Hey, at least at least they are persistent, man. Jago is number 1 here, up 17.6% in daily volume. Yeah, so I'm just gonna kind of get through the ones that we know about, like the ones that kind of stick out, right? Like AINN is one from the Merlin Seal, $2.26, but it is down 18% on the 24-hour volume chart. And then you have Track up 6% on 24-hour volume, sitting at $4.30. Yeah, man, BRC20s, guys. We were having a conversation actually yesterday in the Orange Cubicle, by the way. Check them out, guys. Those are the guys from the Ordinal Support Desk that started their podcast show. It's really cool, different take on it. They have multiple people on the panel, but we were just talking about runes and BRC20s and how maybe BRC20s are really kind of waiting for that side chain and activity, because that's what's going to really kind of propel that, right? But anyways, so Track is at $4.30. We got Pups from the Puppets, Bitcoin Puppet Community, I believe, launched this, $2.44, up 26.84%. This is the one that I feel like the past like 2 weeks has kind of thrived, just because we know that community is crazy and they probably pumped that. .com at down 2.08%, sitting at $1.65. Ghosty comes in at number 18, sitting at 50 cents. So this picked back up a little bit. They, I think, updated their platform or their product. They just keep trying to incorporate more and more things. And one of the cool things about Ghosty is that like you can actually swap DRC20s, like the Doge chain, Doginals DRC20s for BRC20s and back and forth. It's wild. It's crazy. I guess they have some like liquidity or something from some centralized exchanges that are helping with that. I'm not sure how that's working, but people are mentioning that you can do that. So Ghosty is one that I'm keeping my eye on. I definitely have my stake in Ghosty, but they have a working product and they're doing millions of dollars in transactions. So PIIN up 33.5% on the daily volume. You have 10 and 8, which is down 3.46%. This was something that the ToshiPad launched at 70 cents. You have Ordi at 21, down 0.18% in volume at $78.55. Man, Ordi's hurting. Like all the main ones are kind of hurting right now, right? So, yeah.
Yeah, man.
That is a BRC20's kind of how they're doing right now. How do you feel about that? What do you think about that? Like, do you think it's everybody's waiting for the sidechain activity, and that's
Yeah.
what's kind of
I
holding it
mean,
back?
I'm waiting for my BRC20s, right? Well, sure. I just actually put out a tweet yesterday that said, I really think the next set of BRC20s is really going to take over. Everyone, I mean, people are going to hate this because I'm talking crap on their bags, but uh, to me, I don't want any of the older coins, the Sats, the Rats, the Ordies, and stuff like that. I want the new stuff. I want the new stuff that's coming. I want the next gen, as I would say. I want the mine MNER token from the guys at Mineral. I want the Merlin token from obviously the Merlin chain. I want the BitJ token from the guys at Smiley. We don't have a name for that yet because they're still just doing that. So Smiley is actually one of my favorites. And then there's tokens like the the VRDX token from for Rothium guys, right? So there's tokens that are really going to be crazy, and they're BRC20s, and you're going to see them bridging back and forth to Merlin and out. But you could also bridge in the Sats, the Rats, and all that as well. But I just feel like the native ones are going to do the best, the native BRC20s, and I'm really excited for what for what the next set of tokens will bring. And I think they bring 10, 20, 30, 40 X's, what we've seen from the last gen.
Yeah, I agree with you. I want to share something real quick, guys.
Yeah.
If it lets me. So someone's already trying to scam. Do not mint the one with 5,000 total supply. That is a scam.
Yeah.
It's fake. There is no. This is fake one. The one that's real is the one that has 42,000. It's already being minted out right now. So please, guys, do not mint this one that has 5,000 right here. That's not real. This is fake. So just wanted to give a warning about that. But yeah, back to your point about the side chains and stuff. And these BRC20s that are being utilized on side chains. I think that's going to be a big narrative for the BRC20 next push, like you said. The ones that have that their native asset. It's almost kind of like what we projected, right? We said, okay, people are going to want to store their fungibles and stuff like that on the most secure, most stable blockchain of all history, which is Bitcoin. And then if they're able to bridge that in a secure way and then be able to make them more flexible on a side chain and do DeFi stuff that way, then that's what the idea, that's what's going to make BRC20s thrive, in my opinion. And that gives a different use case, right? Versus like Runes that's about to come out. Runes is still limited, guys. Don't think because Runes is coming out that we're going to have like swaps left and right. No, the only thing really advantage-wise that you're going to have is you get to skip the transfer inscription, right? And that allows like ordering books and stuff like that, just a lot more seamless. But yeah, man, that's kind of where I see. And you brought up one thing. You brought up the Verothium Dex token. We haven't really touched on that, but we were in a meeting this morning actually with the team, and guys, like we were able to see the Dex live, or like it's not live, but like from the team, and it looks amazing. It looks clean, flawless. All the liquidity pools, all that stuff looks great. What was your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I was, originally I was like, I think we need to add like images and stuff, but then, that's just something that people aren't used to. And we got to really stick to what people are comfortable with, and that's that Uniswap type look to it. And the devs were just like, no, we think that a cleaner version. And Yagabi said that right. It's very clean. Very clean. The logo's in the left hand corner. The swap looks phenomenal. You're gonna be able to add your custom coins if you want to. Very bullish on the Rothium stuff, man, for sure.
Yep. And I think that you guys have to look at it like this, right? There's if you look at a lot of the layer 2s or side chains on Ethereum, there's typically two strong swaps or dexes, right? And sometimes they'll like be more catered to one group or the other. Merlin swap is definitely super strong. It's backed by Merlin chain and all this stuff, but they're very careful with like whitelisting and all these projects go through the system. It's permissionless still, but like for Verothium DEX, obviously it's going to be like permissionless. It's going to be like the main theme, I think like maybe some quick dApps will probably jump on that just because they know that they can launch pretty quickly and stuff. But always be smart and do your research and make sure that you're not, just diving into stuff. Because like we said, this is smart contract environment over there. You just gotta be smart and set up a lot of fail safes for yourself. We always want our community to be smart and people listening to be smart and do those things. So
yep, burner wallets, guys. There's a account feature on a lot of these wallets that let you go to another account. Use that other account, guys. Don't use your account with your main stuff on it. It's very scary in that way. But okay. So I'm gonna give a quick. You wanted to give a quick BRC 420 update since you're already sitting there and you got the Bluebox spinning.
Sure. And then we can go to some questions after this too.
Yeah.
So this is if people don't know what this blue box is right here, it does nothing except for continually make people money, is what I see. Yeah, this was the very first asset launched by BRC420 platform, and it was just to kind of show and test like how it could work, right? And this thing was a 17-cent mint, and you can see the value of it right now is $42,870. Is that 0.6 Bitcoin? And I know that there's certain things that I believe personally, I haven't gotten official confirmation, but there's going to be some sort of usage of this on Merlin, but I could be wrong. Maybe I heard that incorrectly, but I can't see it not being, having its presence there. So that's the first thing. Second, you got Mineral. Obviously, this has been kind of the talk of the space for the past, I would say, like 2-3 months. Mineral is a BRC420 asset that was deployed by a mining company from Singapore, and the way that they're setting up DeFi for sure on a Merlin chain. You're going to be able to stake this and then earn an MNER token. And then when you earn the MNER token, which will have its own value of itself, you can stake the MNER token for wrapped Bitcoin, which is going to be distributed from the, I think they're doing like 40 or 60% of profits. Don't quote me on that. It's around either or of the mining
website yet. So
okay, so it's going to be distributed to the MNER token stakers. So this is a partner project. You can see with the golden handshake here, it's a partner project with BRC420, and so they're doing big things. I'll say this: like Shizzy was selected out of 1 trillion people to do the testing on it, and you can just kind of talk about how amazing that's been.
Yeah, guys, I got lucky enough. They DM'd me and said, hey, we choose you to do the thing. And I said, my partner Yagobi would really like to do it too. And they said, sorry, it was a random selection. And I was like, yeah, awesome. So I just jumped in. It wasn't completely random. You had to go in and you had to sign. You had to fill out some paper and stuff like that.
Hold up. You never told me that part.
Well, I try to get you in. I try to get you on anything. It's obvious. So yeah. So,
all right. So nobody buy minerals. No, I'm just
no. But
I'm just messing.
Don't do that. I got all my money in the seal, and I can't. No, I'm joking.
I'm messing. Go ahead.
No, I'm just playing. Yeah. So they reached out to me. They said I filled out this application with my wallet address and all that stuff. And I think you filled out one too, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. You filled out one.
We don't have to keep beating that drum.
Then they chose me, and they didn't choose you, but they chose me. No, I'll joke. But yeah. So I got lucky enough. They gave me the site. I went on the site. I was able to. They also gave me 100 MNER tokens. I was able to go to the site, and I was able to. So on the site, it kind of looks like your 30-day, 180-day, and 360-day. And I was able to stake 25 for 30-day, 25 for 180-day. And then 25 for the 360-day, and then I had the other 25, and I just put them another one batch of for 30-day, and then I was able to claim my rewards. About 12 hours later, I got a good amount of Bitcoin, which was awesome for the amount of MNER tokens. And they do have a launch pad to get the MNER tokens as well in there, and the site looks phenomenal. It's real clean, it's fast. It really reminds me of early days of DeFi, and but the site is like new style, like, you know what I mean, like something really done well. And I remember the early days of Phantom. It was bad. Like everything crashed constantly, and it was just like tough. But this looks really good. It feels good. I can't wait to start staking my minerals on it and then earning the MNER token, and then staking the MNER token and earning actual Bitcoin. It's going to be my Bitcoin faucet for the rest of this year, hopefully.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. And so, the strategy for that, for the mineral holders, come up with your own strategy. None of this is financial advice. We're early in the bull, which is great for something like this, a mechanism like this, because, I feel like the miners are really going to be, even after the halving, imagine, Bitcoin's price where it's going to be if it's potentially at that 250K, the cut in half reward won't hurt as bad, right? For them to keep up their operations. But again, they definitely are banking on the ordinal space and some just more activity on chain to help with that.
For sure.
Yep. All right. So that's. Oh yeah, I was gonna just hit on a couple other things. So this is the music NFT I was talking about, guys. It's at $1,400. This got up to $2,000. So it's gonna be interesting to see how this hidden song by French Montana does secondary. I know that like I said, it was kind of like a out of nowhere thing. In terms of like not pumping it up or prepping it up and stuff like that. So we'll see how that goes. But I imagine it does pretty decent compared to this, right? Because you can kind of see the total supplies close to the same. So yeah. Then you have the Dragon Ball. So this is an asset that's actually from the I think it's called MOA, M-O-A. It's a Dragonverse. It's an actual game, Web3 game, right? And I believe you're going to be able to use this asset in the game, but it was hanging around like $50 to $60. It's at 164 now. So some of these assets that are in the seal are starting to really see that supply shock. The next one is the Blue Wand. This one got all the way to 350, but it was hanging at like $80 to $100 for the longest time, right? So that's another example. I'm excited. I all of my BRC420 stuff is in the seal, so I can't wait till the Kraken is released. And there's crazy activity on that chain, and it's going to be wild. So
I agree.
And the last thing I'm going to hit on.
Talk about your OG pass.
Yeah, the last thing I'm going to hit on is the Ordinal Revolution OG pass, right? So if you were a YouTube member, we had a certain time frame to where you had to sign up, and we said the first 150 members would get an OG pass airdropped free to them completely. And so we did that for our community, and we continue just to find more and more benefits. You got the whitelist for the Toshi Pad, Toshi token. You got the whitelist for the mac and cheese PFP, 5K PFP mint. You got the airdrop from the Verothian gas mines, which could be huge. Guys, that's still happening. Don't worry. I promise if you are still on that original list that you will get your Verothium gas mine. We talk to Sam every single day, and so him and his team, they're doing it, so don't worry. But anyways, and we're constantly looking for other partnerships and stuff, right? So people have realized that, and they picked them up off secondary. And I remember this got, like, after we airdropped it and it was available for secondary, it got as low as $500, $400. And now we're hovering around that $1,800 mark, and the floor is thin, guys. It jumps from 1,800, 3 of them, to 2,000, and then to 4 or 5, and then crazy numbers. So we appreciate you guys, and that process has been amazing.
100%. And I just want to show you guys the next thing. So Smiley is something that I am truly bullish on. Smiley is going to be like a MakerDAO type of, I guess you would say, competitor. But it's going to be on Merlin, and it's going to have its own stablecoin the Smiley, Smiley stablecoin. We're not sure the name yet. They're really keeping things under wraps. But guys, there's actually a way for you guys to actually be able to invest and get this governance token if you stake these things. So you could match Eden. You're gonna need one of these guys. They're pretty expensive, sitting around $4,000 to $5,000. But the magic is when you come to bitsmiley.io and you kind of stake these. If you see here, I have 5 staked right now, and I'm earning. I got 410,000 BitJade. Whatever BitJade. BitJade is not a token. It's like, I guess it's going to be a receipt to get something later. But this is pretty awesome. You can lock up. Most you can lock up is 5. And then so I'm highly invested in these. I got these really cheap though. I got them around like I think 0.018, 0.02. So I got very lucky. I got them for about a third of the price that they are today. So and that's what happens when you buy things early, when you see value in things. And this was one of the things that I picked up. Super bullish on this. I cannot wait until the governance token drops and potential staking with that as well. When something is on Merlin, there's so much you're going to be able to do, guys. And the Bit Smiley token and the governance and the it's potential like a DAI competitor. Gonna have its own Merlin chain's gonna have its own DAI. Like I don't know, very bullish on that. So decentralized.
Yeah. Well, and also, isn't it shooting to be the stable token on Bitcoin Layer 1 as well?
Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping it's going to be a BRC20. That'd be pretty cool, right? We can bridge it off, and then you can bridge it anywhere, right? So
yeah. So that's what I was hearing, is that they were shooting to be the main stable token on Bitcoin's native layer, and if they're they did make that commitment to Merlin. I don't know if that's just only the fact that they can go back and forth to Merlin and not any other side chains or anything. But maybe we just got to get clarity on that, right? Before we say anything.
I think the governance part of it is strictly Merlin, right? And I think if it's a BRC20 or if it's something like that, or even an ERC20, it can really go anywhere, right? There's bridges that open up. You're going to be able to take it anywhere. But I think it's really shooting to be the native Merlin token, and I think Merlin's going to need its own MakerDAO, and that's actually really good shoes to fill here, because the foundation is being built right now, right? The foundation of a good blockchain is having its own stablecoin, and I can see this being like the cycles, like, and I hate to say it, but like the good days of Terra Luna, right? But this is an over collateralized stablecoin, and which Terra Luna was not. So this is going to be over collateralized. So for this to really break peg is really going to take some really strong maniacs to come in and try to destroy it. But I just don't see it happening with the over collateralized. And you saw MakerDAO. MakerDAO, it barely ever unpegged. People did get a little scared during the Terra Luna days, and it didn't go anywhere. And the DAI token has been the strongest decentralized token that is, there's semi-centralized. There's nothing you can really do about that, because the backing is, it is what it is with treasury bonds and Ethereum. So.
Yeah, well, I mean, Terra Luna was under collateralized, right? Because they were overconfident in their algorithm and how
algorithm stablecoin.
Yeah, which that's different. If anything, this is more like MakerDAO, like you said. So so that's exciting. Those bit discs, the value is staying really strong. I don't see the dips really going down too hard. But I think a lot of people are waiting for the activity, right, for Merlin Chain's activity, because when you compare like the total volume of daily swap for Merlin swap, it's pretty solid. I think we're like kind of around like that $12 million in daily volume, but it could be so much more, right? And I think people are kind of waiting for like that a little separation from Bitcoin dominance to be able to let these alts run, and it's really at that point people are taking some profits out of Bitcoin, and I think they're just not ready for that.
Yeah, true. And if you guys go to bitmap.date as well, something that it's become one of my favorite sites. Did you see the new upgraded site?
I did. I had to like navigate around
cool.
it.
I did too.
Did you set? You have to select English there. Yeah, there you go.
Well, nope. I don't want Chinese. And then, how do you get to the old screen now?
Okay, so you got to go down to. Hold on a second. I'll tell you exactly where to go. No. Slow down. Scroll up
I think it's
slowly.
here. Okay.
No. Hold on. Just give. You gotta go to. No, up. Slow though. Okay.
Merlin
One
View?
more. No.
There it is.
Yeah. Actually, that's it right there.
Yeah.
And then
And
you can
then
find
if
it.
you go to see rankings, right, you can kind of see how many of the Smiley 70%. Wow, that jumped. That jumped high. That was only at 58% last time I checked it. So 70% of the, oh my God, look at the blue boxes. Holy crap.
That's crazy.
94.86% of the blue boxes. Holy crap. That is insane. That's insane. Wow. Okay. But yeah, to my point here, the black is 70%. Man, if it could get up there, dude, that'd be incredible. Wow, that's insane. I can't get over how that's almost, dude, what if it's a 99%? One box is trading over BRC420. That'd be crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Like the price should be shooting past 1 Bitcoin soon, I would imagine.
Yeah. And if you guys do have the Merlin tokens, you guys want to see how much you're earning. It's actually really easy. You can, let's just say you have you can look at your points. You have like 100,000 points, right?
Yep.
And then you come in here and you kind of your points every day, and that's easy. Let's just say you have let's just say you have 0.1 Bitcoin in there. Well, every 1 Bitcoin is 10,000. So if you have 0.1 Bitcoin, that means you have 1,000. You're getting 1,000 points every single day. And then you can calculate, and you can see that you're going to get 5,000 potentially at this price. You're going to get $5,000 or 2,000 Merlin tokens. So even if you only have a 0.1 of a Bitcoin in there, you potentially can walk away with potentially double your money. Right. So it's a very rare chance you can do that, and you're in the seal and stuff like that. So it's definitely something that I check daily, and I like my number because I got a lot of Bitcoin in this thing, and my number is glorious. I check it daily. So it's very, very fun. But
yeah, man, for sure. For sure. All right.
We'll give an update for where we at with this now.
I think we're at 13.9, almost 14%.
Yeah. It's growing, sitting there. It's going to probably be a long mint, which is fine. I think it definitely does mint out within the next day or so. But very excited to see what happens with that. So
for sure. All right. Well, anything else we need to touch on, or I feel like
that's it.
we pretty
doing
much
our market
did
update. Yeah, our market update will be out later today. We didn't put it out yesterday because we've just been so busy with the mac and cheese stuff that, and we're definitely taking calls with a lot of different team members and stuff like that, trying to get you guys some of the newest insights and things like that. So keep with Ordinal Revolution, keep with us, keep with everything that we're doing. If you're not a member, we highly recommend you becoming a member. We put out member videos every couple of days. Look out for those, and then yeah, you get a lot. You get a lot of Shizzy and Yagobi with the membership. So
for sure.
Yeah, man.
All right. Well, I think that's it.
Yep. Check out OrdinalRevolution.com. We got some of the best articles in the game, and then you can get to your tickets to Bitcoin Nashville, and also get some merch for that as well. And it's all in the same place, OrdinalRevolution.com. And we'll see you guys next time.
Peace.
Ordinal Revolution. Let's go.